All right, chums up. Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins.
What's going on, guys? This is Slime Boss here, and welcome back to the Crazy Cat Podcast. I am joined by my usual co-host, Ryujet and Reverse Mailman, and today we have a very special guest by the name of Your Pal Ral. You might know him from his YouTube channel. If you don't, I highly recommend you check it out. How's it going?
Howdy, it's going fine.
Of
Just
course.
an average day doing things, I guess.
Oh, I love the thing.
You
Alright,
always
do
had to
stuff
start
like
off with your howdy.
Yep.
Very
Better than
iconic.
saying
Oh, yeah.
hello.
All right.
Yeah, I've been saying howdy as like my usual greeting for things, even like not like video stuff, like even in real life, I say howdy.
Oh yeah.
I've been doing that for years at this point. I don't know what started it, but oh well,
Well, we're
It's
doing
like
it now.
it's like one of the best greetings ever.
it is.
All right, we have a doozy of an episode for you guys today. First things first, you know the drill. We are on. Check us out on our podcast sites: Spotify, Google Play, and iHeartRadio, and many more. And don't forget, I always forget to say this, but join our Discord as well. We have fun and chat, and you may even be able to be a guest on our podcast. Check it out. All that stuff. Link in the description. And the Discord shout out for this week is the. I don't know if I remember. I think it's
You didn't
Ryan
write it down?
Ace. Huh?
Did you not write it down?
I did, but I think I wrote it down for last week, but I'll just say it again if not. Ryan
for it.
Ace live Discord server. Ral, you might know him. I'm not sure, but one of the people in your Discord actually showed me to or told me about him. Her name was like Amy, I think.
Oh, Ami.
Yeah. So they're friends, and they she shared his Twitch with me. So I'll leave a link to his Twitch and his Discord server in the link in the description, or in the description below. Why in the link?
Also, shout out to Ami because she
Yeah.
is a pretty cool fella.
All right, Ralph, are you ready for your your interview?
Sure.
So if you don't know, Your Pal Ral is a YouTuber that makes Let's Play videos, and so we're here today to interview him about the ideology of Let's Play and his own personal.
Also vlogs. I do vlogs too. I talk to
Yep.
cameras.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's
Oh,
the
yeah.
vlog guy, and sort of the concept around those types of videos and his own personal attachment to said videos. So, who has the least amount of questions?
I only have one.
Just go ahead and ask it then.
What makes a good Let's Play?
Very
What
broad.
makes a good Let's Play? That's a pretty tough question that I don't know if I'm qualified to answer, but I'll answer anyways, I guess.
I was planning
What
on
makes a
asking
good
a
Let's
lot
Play
of
for
people.
you?
What?
Well, I guess what would make a good Let's
Yeah.
Play for you? Like what says, "Oh, this is not like your specific perfect series, but like what would be your ideal?"
What
Series.
makes Let's Plays popular is, I guess, a question.
Well, for one, you have to have fun with it. If you're not having fun in your own content, then
it's
that
not really-
will
then it's
show
not really a
in,
Let's Play. It's more of a
in whatever you
walkthrough.
make.
Mhm.
So,
And if
that's
you're playing a
one
game,
thing that
then
is
it's
important.
very-
but then other than that, I guess quality, which, I mean, I know there are people that aren't able to afford software or equipment, but if you're able to, just
know
having
how
that
to
little
edit.
jump in quality can make a bit of a difference.
The cool thing is nowadays is that you can basically just pull out your phone and be able to record any sorts of videos. Like the camera quality is good enough,
Yeah.
and there's probably
Yeah.
many mobile editors, and obviously screen
Yeah, like,
capture
if
is
you
built
have-
in.
Like a more recent smartphone that came out in like the past few years, you can start vlogging. That's fun.
You can even
Yeah.
download like emulators and stuff if you wanted to, and that's how I got my start. and
I'm
eventually,
pretty
if
sure
you
though,
do
if
build
you're
up
to
income,
use your phone's camera more and more for vlogging, I'm pretty sure that will end up eventually just killing your phone's battery. But oh well.
Yeah.
but that's when you just be like, huh, I really have a knack for this. I really enjoy it, so maybe I will invest a little bit of money into buying a camera or something.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm going to buy another phone. One exclusively for vlogging.
I mean, you could.
All right, Liam, what are your questions?
Oh, all right. I'm gonna start out with a really fun one.
Actually, before you say anything, Ral, I want to just let you know I did cut down on the questions, so don't worry about that.
Oh yeah.
I
Don't
saw
worry
some-
about
the
us being
attempt
here
that-
for about 3
I
Yeah, there was an
streamlined
attempt to
them
record
this
this a
time,
while
so-
ago.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
All right. I've got 4 questions. Now,
4?
this first, yeah, 4. I know it's a lot of questions. Am I right?
I'm gonna
So,
need to come up with a lot of words for these.
you know, first one. What is your favorite Pokemon?
Swampert, number 260,
Swampert.
evolved form of
Ah.
Marshtomp and Mudkip.
Okay, Pokedex.
Oh, yeah.
And here I am, just still waiting for a goddamn Pokefusions.
You have,
Favorite Pokemon. I
Power
gotta
X.
say,
Huh?
really fun, complex question. I wonder what Salamance's favorite Pokemon is.
Last I heard from Rob, it's not Salamence. It's actually
What?
it's either Eevee or Alolan Vulpix.
Uh,
Yeah.
Is
That's
there a
the
reason
biggest
why
magnet.
you have a special connection to Swampert?
Swampert. Ever since I played Sapphire version, I started off with Mudkip in that one, and then once I eventually got to Swampert, I just fell in love with it. I loved its design. Its typing is pretty good with only one weakness, and more recently, it did have the Mega Evolution back in the 6th
Oh, yeah.
generation.
And then it
games.
just went to the gym.
But then also
And
more
had some
recently
steroids.
in they brought back Swampert in the Crown Tundra DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
It's been gaining a lot of momentum in the competitive scene, which is always a great thing for me to see because it was actually really good back in the Diamond and Pearl days competitively, where
Yeah.
I would say that was where it was at its peak, not counting Mega Swampert, but like now that it has access to Flip Turn, it can gain a lot of momentum for your team. Swampert's just really cool. I love its design a lot.
I don't know why, but
Hmm.
I mean, obviously, technically my first game was Sapphire, but it was on an emulator, and I never really had an intention on completing it. But I just never had any attachment to the Mudkip line. Like, even when I went
What?
back and played through Auras, I always picked Torchic. Like that was, I
mean-
instantly gravitated towards him.
I like all 3 of the Hoenn starters, but I just started with Mudkip.
I feel like
Mm.
choosing the fire, except in Generation 6, is like, what's the word? Like everyone does it.
Well,
Using fire
I
starter.
just gotta say, water starter gang, let's go.
I mean, Froakie,
alternate
obviously,
with
but-
my types. I just choose whatever I like.
Oh yeah, I love Mudkip. I don't know how you couldn't love Mudkip. He's an axolotl. It's the best.
I heard you like Mudkips.
Oh, that's an ancient meme.
And well, it's done.
All right,
did
what's
it.
your
We
next
did the
question?
thing.
All right, yeah.
We did it.
Hold
Now,
up for a quick
now,
second.
this one's a little bit more broad than your favorite Pokemon, believe it or not.
So my Discord profile picture, that has an interesting story behind it because it is essentially, I don't know how to explain it, but it's the most I'll say is it is actually super important to me. So my Discord profile picture is it is a character from this upcoming game called Omori, which hasn't come out yet as of this recording. But this character isn't just part of this game. It is this character, its name is Space Boyfriend. And Space Boyfriend
about right.
is Space Boyfriend is an original character by one of the musical artists in Omori. Her artist name is Clover and Sea Life, and her old artist name before that was Space Boyfriend. I found Space Boyfriend music back in 2013, and how I found that is also its own thing entirely. But the music was a big inspiration for me back in 2013, and after like switching over to Clover and Sea Life music, like the music still continues to inspire me. The artist is super cool. She's actually a friend of mine, and I'm just keeping this profile picture until Omori comes out because Space Boyfriend is cool.
All right, Liam,
nice.
what's your next
Nice.
question?
I'm always gonna say chiptune music sucks, but that's because it's an inside joke.
Trip to?
Inside
A
jokes.
chip
The
tune.
jokes
Oh,
that
chip,
just
okay.
don't get to have.
Gotta love Shovel Knight music though. All right. So, have you had any mishaps while recording videos?
A ton, actually. On the Let's Play side of things, I had a lot of capture card problems when it came to recording No More Heroes, and even No More Heroes 2, because the capture card I was using just did not want to cooperate with me. So there's a lot of footage in No More Heroes 1 specifically where like the footage likes to stutter, audio is out of sync, and at some point I had to I had to take like the cutscene from YouTube, like from someone else's video because my capture card just didn't record that cutscene properly.
So,
Oh, that sucks.
oh my god.
Yeah,
I had a
that was
similar
fun.
thing happen where I didn't have like a failed recording. Like I recorded it and I edited it, but I didn't render it at the time. But I was on my phone and I didn't have that much space and at the time, and I ended up accidentally deleting the source video file. So I completely lost everything and ended up having to use Hero Voltzi's video for my final video in Pokemon Red, which I really feel bad about now. I didn't feel bad about it then, but I don't know. I just feel like I feel like I did a bad thing. But again, with the mishaps, it's so degrading when those things happen because then you have to re-record it and you just played this part in the game, so it's just like, what interesting do you have to say now when everything you just said is completely gone, doesn't go anywhere?
Nowadays, in terms of mishaps, there'll just be times where I screw up my intro in the beginning of a video, but
Okay, that's more
attempts
funny
get
than
cut out.
anything.
Or there was actually one point where I was vlogging where I lost 5 or so vlogs because the SD card I was using in my camera ended up corrupting. Luckily, the footage I lost wasn't too like worthwhile. I opened up a tin of Pokemon cards at some point in it, and it's like, oh, I got cards. So that was like the most exciting thing that happened in like however many vlogs I lost. But that was like back in 2015, I think.
Yeah.
So the lesson I learned from that is always format your SD cards when you dump footage, or like when you're about to delete footage.
Okay, yeah. It's just
That's
I know that you didn't
sounds.
that with those specific vlogs, like you didn't do very much, so it didn't hurt as bad. But like when you put a lot of effort into a video and it just somehow is gone, it's just like it hurts. It hurts, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Question 3, believe it or not. Now. So, what do you want in the next Animal Crossing game? I saw you played some Animal Crossing.
What do I want in the next Animal Crossing game?
Oh, game. I mean,
Update.
game update. I meant to say updated. Game just came out.
Well, well, in terms of just what I want in an update or a new game whenever that would come out, let's see, new quality of life things that I probably aren't considering. Those would be nice. Let's see.
What about the
one thing I do have to complain about with New Horizons specifically is that the characters that live in your village, they feel pretty bland compared to New Leaf, because that was what I've like. That's my only other Animal Crossing game I've played. But I've seen like other people like review older Animal Crossing games, and from there it looks like a whole bunch of the animals have a ton of personality to them, where in New Horizons that feels a little bit lacking.
Yeah, I watched Jaden Animations actually, and she said that exact
Yeah, that's
same
what I was
thing.
thinking
Yeah.
of.
Oh,
But like I've seen other people play like older Animal Crossing games, and like that was a thing that I noticed.
What about
yeah,
the one key feature that's missing from New Horizons, and that's the Nintendo items?
Oh yeah. Oh, fun fact, since
yeah.
we mentioned Jaden Animations, I just recently learned that we share the same birthday, September
Ooh.
27th.
Oh, nice. I share the
nice.
same name as her. Kind of.
Anyways, yeah, the Nintendo
Yeah.
items would be nice. I would like to see a Monado in New Horizons at some point.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing too.
Ah.
Like there's so much more that they can put in now. Post Switch. So, like, I don't know, like Mario Maker stuff or something, or
Oh my gosh! I can't wait to get a Mario coin in Animal Crossing.
What was the?
It's gonna be the bomb. I'm gonna put that everywhere.
What if you had like Calamity Ganon just surrounding your house? That would be funny.
It'd be interesting.
Or like a miniature Calamity, obviously.
No, what are you talking about? Life size. Let's go.
Just destroy your whole island, just gone. Just like, would you like to delete? Yes.
Other than that, though, with anything else I would want, I don't think I could think of any right off the bat. Because New Horizons itself does have a lot of like really nice features that weren't around in the previous Animal Crossing games. So I don't know.
You went from being mayor to being god.
Essentially. Well, not God yet.
Terraformer.
That's the next Animal Crossing game. All right, what's your final question, Liam?
All right.
Good lord, we've
So-
been here for half a damn hour.
So,
doing great.
I gotta say, I couldn't ignore the Ni no Kuni I saw on there, man.
Dude, that Let's Play was long.
I played Ni no Kuni. It's fun, but I gotta ask if you heard the new Ni no Kuni 2 game.
Yeah,
And
Ni no
if you're
Kuni 2, I don't know what the subtitle is. Revenant Kingdom, maybe? I don't know. Yeah. What about Ni no Kuni 2? Or
I mean, basically just you heard of Ni no Kuni 2, or what made you want to play Ni no Kuni? Just that basic kind of question.
okay, so I have heard of Ni no Kuni 2. I actually, at some point in the future, might do a Let's Play on it. I still need to finish up the post game of Ni no Kuni. It's just finding the time to grind up is.
Wait, it's not over? Your Let's Play is not over of Ni no Kuni?
Oh no, the Let's Play is not over. There's still like post game side quests for me to do. It's just again I need to
100%.
grind
I
for
just feel
experience,
like that Let's
and
Play
I just
was
don't have the
so
time for
long.
that. I have one bonus episode recorded already, but
Oh my god.
so what?
Yeah, Gale
what
of
caused me
Darkness was
to
your
Let's
recent
play
Let's
Ni no
Play.
Kuni. I was at GameStop and I was like, huh. I just finished. What was the Let's Play I did before that? I think it was Pokemon XD.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
XD.
But I just finished the Let's Play. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I could do. Like, I was actually considering doing Fire Emblem Three Houses,
Mm.
and then I was like, that seems long. Ni no Kuni doesn't seem that long, and then it takes me 80 videos to finish. So, whoops.
Uh,
But,
oh yeah.
Yeah, I
don't
remember
regret-
watching your XD basically, every time a new episode came out. It was kind of slow there at the end, but
Yeah.
and then Ni no Kuni came out, and then that took over. That was like a year and a half, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I
was a
did take
long
like some
playthrough.
like week-long breaks just because it does take a bit to record just because of how long the game is. I didn't anticipate it being as long as it was, but it was a ton of fun to play through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
it's
actually,
like it's got good game design. It's like, and it's like on top of that, it's like Studio Ghibli, the game.
Yeah, the art style
Yeah.
is what drew me to the game. And actually, fun fact, when I started Ni no Kuni, a little bit after my friend Salmons, or I call him Rob because that's his name,
Yeah.
he started Fire Emblem Three Houses like about a week or two after, and then I messaged him. He's like, "Hey, I was actually thinking of doing Three Houses."
Hmm.
And say, "Oh, well, okay." It's like, "Well, I'm doing Ni no Kuni now, so there you go."
And that was before Byleth was even in Smash 2, right?
Yeah, I think I don't know. Violet is a Fire Emblem character, right? I haven't touched
Oh.
Smash in a bit.
Byleth is like the main character of Three Houses. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been paying attention to Rob's LP of the game, which I think he hasn't recorded anything of recently, and I already forgot like what happened in his most recent episode of Three Houses.
that game, if you're trying to go for like every ending, I feel like that game is really, really long too.
I didn't even know there was multiple endings. I just watch whatever he puts out.
Well, I think it depends on which. Well, I guess I shouldn't spoil anything then. If I've never even seen it or played it, but I know that there's like so many different endings.
Yeah. I've been thinking about trying to play Three Houses just because, well, I don't feel justified ripping on Fire Emblem characters if I haven't played a Fire Emblem game.
Yeah.
Awakening is a good Fire Emblem game. It's the only one I've played, but I really enjoyed it.
If you want a game to play on Switch, there's that. The first game's coming out soon.
Oh yeah,
The first game? Oh, the first Fire Emblem?
Yeah. It's
yeah,
getting.
they're porting it to Switch.
Mm-hmm. For some reason.
I think it's like to celebrate the 35th anniversary. 30th,
Yeah.
35th,
Mhm.
25th,
I think it's
20th.
35th.
I don't know.
It was on NES.
It's celebrating an anniversary of some kind.
Well, I mean, we have Fire Emblem,
Same-
Mario,
Same
Metroid.
time as
soon.
Mario.
Metroid is coming soon. And Zelda too.
Pikmin 4! Let's go!
Pikmin is only like 10 years. How isn't it like 10 years old?
Pikmin, it's even older than that.
15.
Pikmin 2 came out like back in 2006. I know that because one of my friends got it for his birthday.
You know, I don't know how I know this, but I'm pretty sure Pikmin is about as old as the first Luigi's Mansion, right?
That was 2002,
Probably.
I think, or maybe.
So
that was
however old Luigi's Mansion is, about the same as Pikmin, I think.
If it came out in 2002, then it's 18 years old, which is the exact same year I was born. Or not 18, but 2002.
Dang, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. Like Pikmin
2001.
feels pretty new. Like I go through the the Smash thing where you fight all the fighters like by how old they are. Like I did that a bunch in Smash 4. Like Pikmin was always towards the very end.
Yeah. Because it's 2001. All right, Ral.
Oh, 2001. That's even older.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So I also have 4 questions, but most of these are pretty self-explanatory. And in our previous version of the recording, you already answered some of these. But
I guarantee you, I don't remember what I said in any of them because my memory is
all right. Then.
terrible.
I guess this is a whole new experience. What is your favorite game of all time?
Favorite game of all time?
I have to ask everyone.
It's a tie between Xenoblade Chronicles and Mother 3.
Mother 3 always looked like such a good game.
Yeah, I always
It
wanted
is
to play the
fantastic.
Earthbound series, but like I don't have time, first of all, and also Mother 3 isn't technically official in the US, or in English, I mean.
No, there is
know-
a fan translation, but the fan translation is incredibly good because the lead translator is an actual translator for his profession. Like I think Tomato still works for Funimation. But
Oh, really? I didn't even know
how do you
that.
get this? Is it
I
like
know
you just
Tomato.
look it up on the computer, boom, it's there?
Just
It's on
Google
starman.net.
search Mother 3 fan translation and you'll be able to find it. Now, finding a ROM of the game, I won't be able to tell you that because technically downloading ROMs is piracy, but that's another thing. But yeah, Mother 3 is very fun.
Hey, when there's no cops around,
The music is
anything's
great.
illegal.
The sprite work is fantastic for a GBA game.
Yeah, it
I
is.
think-
And the
that-
story is one that people will cite as being really good, which I will be inclined to agree with.
I love the sound font of Mother 3. It's so like, I mean, obviously it's
The Mother games
surrounded
have
by trumpets. But,
fantastic songs.
yeah. And there are also like references in the melodies of the songs, so
Yeah.
like
I can go on and on about Mother 3 music in general, or Earthbound or Earthbound Beginnings. Like I can go on and on about the music in all three of those games.
Now, from what I've heard, Xenoblade 2 topped Xenoblade for most fans. Is there a reason why it didn't for you?
Well, from what I've seen
I'm-
from
don't-
the collective fan base of the Xenoblade Chronicles series, 2 is very divisive. There's a big split in the fandom because, I mean, I will say Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the gameplay is fantastic. The combat is probably the best it is in the series, especially with the DLC. The combat system that they use in the DLC just improves upon that. It has great exploration, which is what the series is known for. A ton of quests to do, but one big thing that split the fan base is the character designs.
Oh, design. Interesting. I thought it was going to be a
Some of them
motion.
people were like, "This is very fan servicey." It
Oh
doesn't
gosh,
Oh,
one of
to
those.
be
fan-
that.
it's
Okay,
one of those.
specifically with Mithra Pyra. I don't see it with anyone else.
There's a few others. Dahlia is one that people will bring up when they talk about the character designs of the game.
Honestly, I prefer the other
I
characters.
do like though that for the various rare blades in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, they have a ton of different artists.
Yeah, I think one of the
making
major
them-
artists is Nomura, right?
I believe so. They had one of the designers for the Tales of series design one of the
nice.
rare blades, which I thought was nice.
It's just funny to see all the art styles, and they just like they don't mesh well together. Because like you can
I mean,
put
like, when
Rex
you see the
next
official
to
art, like oh, these are different. But when you see like their in-game models, like they're at least they at least like fit in with each other just because of the aesthetic of the game.
Who was like the quote unquote main? I've only seen so far into Chugga Conroy series, so who's like that guy that starts like that you team up with at the beginning, and then after you get Pyra out, he becomes like a quote unquote bad guy. What? I forgot what his name is.
Which one? There's like two. There's Jin and Malos.
Both of them, I guess. But like, I think Nomura drew those guys. So if you like look in the menus and you put Rex and Malos next to each other, they just do not. They're just like, wait, are these the same game?
But
it looks like
for
Kingdom
me,
Hearts.
the reason why I like the original Xenoblade Chronicles over 2, it's actually a really tough decision because I do like 2 a lot. But for me, I'm just able to get into Xenoblade Chronicles 1 more than I am with the other 2 games in the series. Xenoblade Chronicles X is also fun, but it's not as story driven. And for me, I felt like the combat system was too difficult for me to get a grasp on just because it was overwhelming. But I do want to get back into it because I haven't technically 100%ed X yet. And also X has flying robots, which is always cool.
I heard that they didn't. A lot of Xenoblade 1 fans don't like 2 because of Rex specifically. Because if you like watch like if you played through Xenoblade 1, like all the character interaction and stuff is just like so memorable and deep, I guess to say. Like apparently like one of the major examples is just what's his Shulk screaming versus Rex screaming, and
I mean,
there's more emotion in Shulk.
So like not as good voice acting, or like not as good writing.
Yeah.
I can see why people aren't as big a fan of Rex. I will say Rex's voice acting, especially in the beginning, is weaker than Shulk's, but I will also cite that Rex is technically a younger character than Shulk is, and Rex has his own character development that is separate from Shulk's. Like they take very different paths, I would say. I mean, Shulk's, like the start of his journey is a revenge-based quest, and Rex is like his journey starts with him making a promise to Pyra, and from there, like their own character development, like just goes in different paths. Like I like both characters a lot. I will say again, Rex, his voice acting is the weakest in the beginning, but it gets better. His screams definitely get better, at least.
Specifically the screams. All right.
I do like Rex. He is a very optimistic character, and that's
honestly,
something that I feel some games need.
I honestly feel I like Rex's design better than Shulk's. Like obviously Shulk is very memorable because he's in Smash, but like I don't know, I just feel like a connection to Rex for some reason. Even though
I do like Rex's design. I don't know why he has like the thigh, like his inner thighs showing.
I don't like those. That's the one thing is like, what is that?
It just seems weird since his profession involves going under the cloud sea to look for things.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it could be like
Shulk's design is decent. I prefer his updated design that they have in Future Connected, just because I don't know, it's not as complicated looking and it just looks cool.
Oh yeah.
All right, who is your biggest inspiration for making videos?
I feel like I answered this before in the previous attempt, but my biggest inspiration when it comes to making videos.
That's an important question.
There used to be this old YouTuber who went by the name of Spirit of Steel.
Yeah.
Later on, after that channel got suspended, he renamed his new channel to Alt Eyes and Spirit, which it's keeping in with the theming of the Spirit of Steel name. But he did like Pokemon videos back in the day, and it was like a really big deal when he made 2,000 subscribers. But through him, I just really enjoyed watching his videos, and it's like, oh, that seems fun. And from there, he was actually the one that recommended me to watch Chugga Conroy's videos. Because like during his 2,000 subscriber video, he's like, oh, there's this guy, Chugga Conroy, who's doing Fire Red, and he's doing these cool little bios. And I'm like, oh, that sounds neat. Started watching that. And I started watching Chugga Conroy regularly because I found his videos beforehand, because I was just a little gremlin looking for Pokemon Platinum videos on YouTube at the time. And yeah, actually, Spirit of Steel is probably my top inspiration. I will put him in the special thanks of the credits that I do at the end of all of my Let's Plays, regardless if it makes no sense since he only did Pokemon videos. But like, if it weren't for him, I wouldn't have gotten interested in making videos. But then Chugga Conroy is another big inspiration, because I would say a lot of my editing style is heavily influenced by his.
Yeah, I see.
And then for vlogging, Steven Vlog.
Steven George.
Once I started watching his videos, like, oh, vlogging looks fun. And then the following Christmas, after I found his videos and started watching them, I was like, oh, cool, I got this 5th generation iPod Touch and the camera is decent. I will start vlogging. and then I never stopped.
Yeah, for me, I've never heard of this guy. His other channel is suspended too, or deleted.
Oh, Spirit of Steel.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh,
Shenanigans have happened. The Alt Eisen Spirit channel was temporarily suspended or something, and all of his videos were gone. Then he made a third channel, which I don't remember the name of. And there's one video there where like he's playing through Pokemon Black or White, and at the end of the first episode, Spirit of Steel is like, it's not going to take me 2 months to make a second episode, and then here we are like 10 years later. I'm like, wow, this is
hey, it didn't take him 2 months.
Yeah.
So
if you were to look around, you would probably find like remnants of Spirit of Steel's content, because
barely. Oh my god!
Like, if you're familiar with Munching Orange, who does Pokemon stuff, like,
hey,
a lot of Munching Orange's early stuff.
I looked up Spirit of
like,
Steel.
He references Spirit of Steel because they were friends at the point. Like, Spirit of Steel is the person that also inspired Munching Orange. Fun fact.
I didn't know that. I like Munching Orange. There's a rock song.
Yeah, like
called
look up like Spirit
Seer.
of Steel or Alt Eisen Spirit, and you'll find like some things on YouTube. I think like his old forum is still around on the internet, the SOS Brigade.
So I looked it up, and there's a rock song with the same name, and then there's a lot of Pokemon that are like Loxton and Noggin that are talking about steel Pokemon, and then
if you're looking for Spirit of Steel, there are no spaces in the name, because this is before YouTube allowed spaces in usernames.
But right underneath that is your video of Pokemon Emerald.
That was a deliberate reference.
Yeah.
Hey, what
And
did he
also,
change his name to?
One of the Pokemon I used in Pokemon Emerald, my Ludicolo, was named after a Pokemon that Steel used, because he did a Lotad solo run, and his Lotad was named Padsy. So I named my Lotad Padsy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gotta say though, really sad. Like, how did they like lose their account? Did YouTube just do their YouTube thing?
So
randomly delete the account?
Back in the Spirit of Steel days, get quite a few videos that had some copyrighted material, like a lot of anime-esque things, just because back then no one really cared. But like when YouTube started caring about that, like, oh, these channels they have copyrighted material. Some have more than others, so we'll suspend those accounts.
The anime killed him.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny that, you guys like, I'm also inspired by Chugacon, right? But like how Sal was like referenced at the end of Chugacon Mystery Dungeon playthrough. It kind of like comes full circle.
That was a neat moment.
That was so cool. All right. I'll try to like look up like some old videos of Spirit of Steel, because I'm kind of interested in like what type of content he made, or like how his videos,
I think like the
his
only video you'll
stuff.
be able to find on like any of his channels now is the first episode of Pokemon Black or Pokemon White, whichever one he said he won't take 2 months to do another video of. You'll be able to find that
made a
somewhere.
video ever again.
But I will say I do miss his content. I don't miss the person, because like Spirit of Steel was not the kindest person to others on the internet. But oh well, that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
All right. What was your hardest project to work on?
The hardest project? Ooh, let's see. The hardest project, in more recent memory, I would say Ni no Kuni, just because of how long it was. But other than that, I didn't really have that many issues with it. Again, just the length of it was what was the biggest problem for me. And then at the time, Mother 3 was really difficult for me, just because that was when I switched editing software from whatever I was using beforehand, and I wanted to do all sorts of cool things with Mother 3. So that I remember that one was a little bit of a challenge for me, but in the end, I remember being proud of how that turned out. Another one is The Last Story, which is a Wii RPG. And that one was difficult because that was my first time doing a game with like voice acted cutscenes and things like that, and like have characters like talk during some moments of gameplay. So trying to figure that out, and also the game was long, so
this
like
is kind of
trying
like,
to learn how to work with that game. That was a big challenge, but again, I'm proud with how that one turned out. And then what was another challenge?
As a side note here, when you said voice acting, obviously you were mentioning like the characters were already voice acted for you. Have you ever considered like making those funny, or not necessarily funny, but like more contextualized? Because like you just read text in some game, like in Pokemon games, for example, but like something that Chugga Conroy is sort of like
Breath of the Wild.
What?
Never mind.
Something that Chugga Conroy was like experimenting with, like back in Partners in Time, is that if two characters were speaking at the exact same time, saying the exact same thing, like he would like layer the audio. Have you ever thought about doing that for a game?
I could, but also
Fusion than Dragon Ball.
A part of me also thinks like, I might not notice when like there's two different people talking at once.
Yeah.
So it really depends on if I'm able to catch moments like that in the game, and if I'm willing to do that.
Are you?
Because sometimes I forget.
Are you more for like, hey, it's me, Ral, playing a game, or it's just like, hey, let me show you this game that I love, or is it more like, sort of, yeah, I'm playing the game, but I want you immersed in this world, and I want to do that through videos?
I'd say probably like in the middle of all three of those options would where I'd like my content to be ideally.
Mm-hmm. Okay. See, like for me right now, it's only like it's me playing a game because I don't really know how to do other types of stuff. Like obviously I want them to be immersed in a world, but like I'm not really at a point where I feel my content and my commentary has peaked yet. Like I feel like I still like am silent in some areas, or I'm just talking for no reason and doesn't make any sense, and I'm trying to work on that.
It takes practice.
Yeah.
You just need to get used to doing that.
That's why I started doing this podcast thing, because it kind of helps with like your speech, because like it sort of makes you have your thoughts, in order, because you have like a lot to talk about. All right, final question here: your favorite anime and your favorite anime character. I guess that's two, but
this is the most important question.
Your favorite anime and your favorite anime character.
Favorite anime and favorite anime character.
This is the most important question of the entire podcast.
Okay.
It's vital that we know.
Those are both easy answers for me. My favorite anime is The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, which I just recently like rewatched like last month, I think.
Isn't that like your inspiration for the name of the Let's Play Brigade?
Yeah. The Let's Play Brigade, like I definitely took some inspiration there from The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, because the main group in that, like they form a club called the SOS Brigade.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I really like anime. I really like this one. So, me, Rob, and Jamie want to make a channel for Let's Playing. Okay, the Let's Play Brigade. And then I also borrowed some colors from the SOS Brigade logo for the Let's Play Brigade logo, but oh well.
And your favorite character?
Yeah. The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya is like 28 episodes in a movie. The movie is really good. And then my favorite character is also from the Haruhi series. Her name is Yuki Nagato. She is a cool character.
Let me see. Oh, that's cool. Oh wait,
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like a. Okay, so the girl is the main character. What's the name of the character? Your favorite anime character?
Yuki Nagato.
Yuki.
Technically, the main character of the Haruhi series is Kyon. Although you can argue that Haruhi is the main character because like everything in the series revolves around her and what she does.
Let me check if it's on Crunchyroll.
But yeah.
Or Funimation.
I started watching the Haruhi series back in like 2012, and I watched a few times back then, but like now I make it a point to watch through it like once a year. And I've seen the movie like more times than that. So yeah. And I know there is an arc in the Haruhi series that is infamous among people called the Endless Eight. And it's fine. It's a good arc. I don't know why people complain about it. And like that arc just adds more context for the movie. So
yeah,
it's good.
Sounds like a good arc.
Good? I think it's good. Others may disagree because of what it does for 8 episodes straight, but oh well, I like it.
So
But,
is it 8 beach episodes?
No.
Oh,
How many?
Yuki Nagato is the reason why she's my favorite character is her character development is very subtle throughout the series, especially if you watch the series in chronological order, because you don't have to. There's different ways to watch through the Haruhi series. You could watch season 1, then season 2, then the movie.
So it's like
or
JoJo's
you could just
Bizarre
watch in
Adventure.
chronological order, or you can watch in, I think,
There's
the
only 2
broadcast
seasons?
order.
You said there's only
But,
2 seasons?
Yeah, there's only 2
Okay,
seasons, both 14 episodes.
I don't see a movie on. Oh wait,
The movie is it's actually called The Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya.
Oh, okay.
The Haruhi Suzumiya series is like it's their adaptations of the light novel series, and like there's like 10 light novels / books,
The
and
Disappearance
up
of.
to the 4th one was adapted. Although I think the Endless Eight was actually in like one of the later light novels, but yeah, the first book is The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, which is what the name for the entire anime series is. The last 6 episodes or so of the 2nd season is based off the 2nd light novel, The Sigh of Haruhi Suzumiya, The
There's-
Boredom of Haruhi Suzumiya.
It says
I think
the
there's like 4 episodes in season 1 that involve that.
The Melancholy of Haruhi-chan's Suzumiya and Neuron.
That's a side series, which is
It's literally just
great
one
'cause it just
episode.
has a lot of dumb moments.
It's just one episode on Crunchyroll, and then for the Disappearance, it says the Disappearance of Nagito Yuki-chan, and
That
that's a
is
series.
a spin-off series that takes place in an alternate universe.
Okay.
The Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya is a really long movie as well. It's like 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Oh,
But
dang.
I don't see
It's
any
really
movies
good.
on
It still
Crunchyroll.
holds up with a lot of Kyoto Animation's like later things that they've done. Like the animation is really good for its time.
God, I love Kyoto. It's so good.
Yeah, and Yuki Nagato, like aside from like her character development, she has a lot of really cool moments in the series itself. Yeah,
All right.
neat character.
Well.
Especially like since the movie is about her, even though like the title of the movie it has Haruhi's name. Like the movie is most definitely about Nagato.
All right. Well, since we're here, I'll definitely give you some recommendations. Have you seen Chunibyo? Love.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the one where the girl like thinks she's like some
Yeah.
super awesome person and she wears an eye patch, right? Yeah.
Okay.
I saw that like a few years back and I really enjoyed it just because it made me like relive how I was as a dumb middle school kid.
I also recommend My Next Life as a Villainess. I sent you that.
Yeah, I think you
Tweeted you
tweeted
that.
that to me.
Rent a Girlfriend is obviously really good. Ironically,
I think you also mentioned. Yeah, you mentioned that like in
I
Discord.
mentioned that the other day. And then, do you watch like isekai, like Konosuba, ReZero?
Rising of the Shield Hero.
No, I think I've heard of them.
You know who Raptalia is?
Raftalia.
No.
Well, I recommend you watch those isekais because isekais are really cool type anime.
Have you heard
You
of
love
heard of
enjoying-
One Punch Man? Oh dang!
I saw like the first episode of One
I'd
Punch Man.
personally recommend.
Oh what?
Demon Slayer.
If
you're looking
it's
for
like one of the few
classic
anime
shonen,
I've seen.
if you're looking for classic
I have
shonen, I would recommend
seen
My
a
Hero
lot.
Academia. Or if you're looking
Right
for
now, I am watching whatever is currently going on, which is
My Hero Academia.
like I'm keeping up with Pokemon. I'm keeping up with Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh. So like it's like I'm back in 2002.
I need to go back and I think I'm on the end of Johto right now, and I'm trying to
I'm
watch
just
all
watching the current Pokemon
You are
series
an
because it's
absolute madman.
really good.
Yeah. Oh my
Like
god,
five
Sonia in the dub is so adorable. I love it.
Let's see, I'm also watching Haikyuu, the volleyball anime. Like I'm caught up with that finally.
Did you watch Twilight Wings?
Yes.
Okay, that was good.
New episode is supposed to be coming out in like a few days, I think.
Yeah. Oh, the Pokemon movie was just announced too. I forgot to mention that in the news.
Yes, the dub of
Coco. Well,
whatever
I don't know what it's
the
called in English.
whatever the dub name for the movie is. I just like the Japanese name is just Pokemon the movie, Coco.
What's the Power of Us? Is that technically like in the same universe as Pokemon the movie, or the one that came out for the 20th anniversary that relived Ash's
I Choose You.
Yeah, I Choose You.
They haven't explicitly said if it takes place in the same continuity as the I Choose You movie, but I mean you can imply that it does because Ash wears the same hat. If that's
Yeah.
enough context you need. But
I'm just sad
Power
that
of Us was really good. It's my favorite Pokemon movie.
I'm just sad that we won't be getting any more like in normal series universe movies. Well, not to say that we won't anymore, but I don't think we will for a while. Like I kind of wanted an Alola movie, like set in the islands with the Cocos or the Tapus maybe.
Yeah.
I don't mind because Power of Us and I Choose You were good.
Yeah, they were good, and I think maybe not restricting it to the specific region that Ash is in maybe makes for a more creative movie.
Yeah.
But
And I'm really excited for this Coco movie or whatever.
mhm.
Is it called Mystery of the Jungle and the Dove?
Yeah, something like that.
Whatever it's called.
It's called Pokemon the Jungle Book.
Secrets of the Jungle.
Yeah, there you go. And there's also a new Pokemon called Zarude, which
Zarude.
which
I mean,
has
it's technically
two
not
forms.
new. It
Well,
was
yeah.
available in Japan. You were able to get it if you like pre-booked tickets for the movie, because the movie came out in Japan already.
And there's
And like it was already like in the
in the code.
its data was already in the Isle of Armor DLC.
Mm-hmm. There's also the a Dada form.
Yeah,
He wears like a scarf or something. Is that like Dada
yeah,
as in
'cause
like dad?
that's the Zarude in the movie specific, like it's that specific Zarude. Like it wears a scarf which has the number 251, which is Celebi's number, and Shiny Celebi
my
is
God.
featured prominently in the movie.
If Celebi is like, okay, remember how Chugga Conroy was making like there could be a possibility that we might be getting a remake of the DS Mystery Dungeons?
Oh yeah, the Explorer games. I would
Yeah.
like that.
He was mentioning that there was like a reference to the Explorer games in Mystery Dungeon DX, and it could imply a remake to be happening. I think it was in his bonus video, and I think that them having Shiny Celebi as a prominent character in the movie kind of supports that as well, which is
Who knows?
interesting.
I would
And-
like to see a remake of the Explorer games done the same way as the Rescue Team games, but
I mean, there's
we
also
have
the
no
possibility
idea
we could
because
get
no
a
one
Johto
has said
game.
anything.
There's a possibility we could get a remake of a Johto game too. A Let's Go Johto or something.
That would also be interesting, but again, those are just rumors.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing is.
It's like that weird
nothing
Pokemon
is
Masters
until
collection.
We get official news on it.
I don't keep up with Pokemon movies or anything, or many Pokemon things. But Crown Tundra was out. Watched some people play that. I didn't get it. But they're 100% gonna make a movie off the big brain head guy, right?
Maybe.
The weird smart deer with the horse.
Calyrex.
Calyrex.
The most likely thing we'll see is there'll probably be an episode or two in the Pokemon anime dedicated towards it.
Is Pokemon Journey still doing the around the world idea, or have they started the Galar arc yet?
They took they spent 4 episodes doing its adapting the climax of Sword and Shield, but now that that's done, they'll probably go back to what they were doing before and have Ash and Go travel to various places. The next episode is supposed to feature Mewtwo, and it's implied it's the same Mewtwo from the movie, or the original movie, because there's another Mewtwo.
Good. Because I was like, why? That was the one thing that disappointed me. Is because they had 2 Mewtwo movies and a couple of episodes in the show that had the very same Mewtwo, and then the freaking Genesect movie completely scrapped that. So I'm happy that it's the same Mewtwo, because Ash actually remembers that one's existence after the second movie, or the second movie with Mewtwo.
Ideally, since there are technically 2 Mewtwo's in the anime continuity, one from the first movie and the special after, and then the one from the Genesect movie.
Mm-hmm.
Ideally, if they were to show them Mega evolving, one can be Mega Mewtwo X and the other can be Mega Mewtwo Y.
Oh,
that could be interesting.
That would be cool.
I mean, that would also make sense because the one from the Genesect movie, Mega evolved into Mega Mewtwo Y before that was even officially revealed.
Are people still Mega evolving in Journeys?
The last we saw for Mega Evolution in Journeys was Karina when she and Ash battled.
Because I was thinking that they're they completely just scrapped Mega Evolution because Sword and Shield doesn't even have Mega Stones in it. So that's good.
I mean, Sword and Shield itself, the games don't have Mega Evolution, but the anime, since it's not restricted to just being in the Galar region,
yeah, that's good.
They can revisit other places.
Even though I do like that concept,
region where Mega Evolution is prominent, which they've done already.
Yeah, even though I really like the fact that they're going to all these places. First of all, why isn't Ash meeting up with some of his old friends? Not only that traveled with him, but also that were minor characters. And 2, why isn't he going through the gym challenge in Galar?
Like Max.
For Ash not meeting previous characters, I don't know. They could do that later on. I mean, he did meet up with Karina from X and Y. He briefly reconnected with Chuck, the Johto gym leader. So he has the opportunity to revisit old characters. It just hasn't happened yet. As for why he's not doing the gym challenge anymore, well, his current thing that he's doing, he's participating in this worldwide tournament.
There's also that one girl,
Serena?
No, from Johto. Or no, sorry, not girl, Paul.
Oh.
From
You mean the photographer?
Yeah. But yeah, since Ash is participating in this worldwide tournament, I like this format more because every battle he does that's an official tournament battle is technically progress towards his goal of winning the tournament.
Wait, is it the Galar Star tournament?
Before, when they were doing the whole travel around to find 8 badges, you would just have an episode or 2 dedicated to each gym leader, and then every episode between that is technically filler in its own way.
Yeah.
Where here in Journeys, nothing feels like filler because
but there's really no end goal. They're just
steadily working towards his goal by he'll battle people in almost every episode, and rise up in ranks or sometimes go down in ranks if he loses. And then Go is also working towards his goal of catching all the Pokemon.
And Team Rocket will be working towards their goal.
Yeah, they do. They show up some. Team Rocket is a fantastic group. My one gripe though is they don't have a dedicated team. They just use this little vending machine that gives them, like, they're renting Pokemon from Team Rocket, which is nice because we get to see them have a nice variety. But you lose out on the personality of some of their team members. Like
from what I can tell, they aren't as prominent as they used to be, which is really good too.
Yeah,
they're not in every episode.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that because Team Rocket, like when they do show up, just
dude,
better.
Like Team Rocket, always the best. Gotta love Jesse James Meowth. But do they still got Wobbuffet in there? Carnivine,
is basically now a main character for Team Rocket.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Lick your tongue.
Wobbuffet has been like that since, I want to say, Diamond and Pearl or Black and White.
It was Gen 2. Well, in Gen 2 they got Wobbuffet, but then they gave him back.
Nowadays, Wobbuffet is never in its Pokeball.
Yeah.
Or before, it would pop out.
All right, well, I think that was a very good discussion. Thank you, Ral, for joining us this week.
Yeah, no problem.
Sorry we couldn't get together sooner. I mean, just schedule problems.
Schedules are hard to plan around.
Since you're our guest,
are the worst.
Since you're our guest, what type of music do you want to close out on? Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys.
Also, just
wait. Go ahead.
Check out the rest of the songs in the Amori demo. Clover and Sea Life did a good majority of them, but the other songs as well are pretty good.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much, my pal Ral, for joining us this week.
Your pal and everyone's pal.
Yeah. You have been a pal as well. So thank you for joining us. Hopefully we can have you on again. We don't, necessarily have to interview again, obviously, but you can always just join us for a casual discussion. So thank you. And I know it's unfortunate we couldn't get the rest of the Let's Play Brigade, but we had to make do with what we had. But thank you again.
Sorry.
Maybe one day the stars will align.
Stars.
Yeah.
That it's probably going to be just as rare as a shiny Pokemon. All right.
Well, they're not really rare nowadays.
Well, yeah. All right. Well, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Adios.